Hey guys, what's up? Okay, so I'm really proud of myself today because, let's see. Okay, so this room has just kind of sat as a dungeon for a little bit. And so I am really proud of myself because I finally gotten this room emptied out for the most part. I still have to get out my daughter's dresser. And I know that my husband is going to try to turn this into an office that he will never use, like his previous office. Um, but I don't think that I am going to allow for him to do that. Um, I think that I just found my personal fly, um, content creation space. So I'm just like sitting in this room, running through my head of different ideas and thoughts of what do I want to do to this space in order to make it my own. It's going to start getting really cold outside here in Colorado, and I'm not going to be able to go outside and record as much. Well, I mean, I can. Hi, Miss Paula. How are you, my little belle? I'm sitting here in this room that used to be my kids' room, but now they've become big kids, and so they're downstairs. They've taken over the basement. And so I am in what used to be their bedroom. I now have it empty. Let me like go to the door so I can show you guys. Hi everybody. Thank you so much. Hey Raj, how's it going? Thank you for joining. I hope that you're having a fantastic day. So let me show you guys. Okay, so right now, this is the 100% blank canvas for this space. I did just bring my ring lights and everything in here, and I still have to get out my daughter's dresser. And then I don't know why kids love to put stickers on the walls, but I've started to like peel the stickers down. I do already have LED lights that go all the way around the room. I'm going to have to fix a small strand over there because this little like wall holes that you guys see where there's like no paint. So what that is, and I have a YouTube short on it, um, is I built them a loft bed, and I built the loft bed before I actually had painted the room. And it's really cool because you guys see there's no holes or anything. It was 100% freestanding loft bed, and it was probably one of my greatest builds, self builds to date as a DIYer. Um, so I painted the room after High Art of Becoming, um, after I had built the loft bed, and so that's the reason why the paint is off. But this is going to be my new content creation studio. So I'm like just really sitting here inside of this empty bedroom. This is what I've been doing this weekend. It's getting this bedroom empty. Today is my 9-year wedding or anniversary to my husband. But the gift that I decided to give myself was to send my husband out of town, so that I could get some peace of mind because I get things like this done when he is not around pestering me. He's always going to question me, what are you doing? Why are you doing that? Blah, 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 blah. And it frustrates me, so I can't do anything when he is here. But when he is gone, like I get so many tasks done. He is literally my third kid, and he just drags me down. Hey, Art 2, thank you so much. Um, so yeah, so do you guys have any good ideas for me for this space? I am kind of a pink girl, but I don't know if I necessarily want to go pink. Hey, yes, I am getting a studio set up, Dan. Let me show you the space. This literally, when I moved the kids downstairs this summer, this room has just kind of sat full of their toys. Literally, they'll just come in here and play with their toys. So I had to get them out. I went to Home Depot yesterday. I got myself some storage containers. I packed up all of their toys, and I've officially kicked them out of this space. And yeah, I want to turn it into my own content creator studio, instead of a guest bedroom. I love my guests, but if I have them sleep on the couch, then hopefully they'll want to stay less. No, I'm kidding. I was actually even thinking about doing a couch bed, instead of the bed that would normally go into a guest room, but like a pull-out couch bed, so that I can, still be respectful of guests. Yeah, attention to detail on natural light. Now, this is a great area because this room gets a lot of light, and because it was the kids' room, I have LED lights already put up. And I know me, I love pink, but I don't know if I necessarily want to go with pink. I'm thinking maybe pops of pink instead of just all pink. Yeah, I have to do this art because if I don't, my husband will turn this into an office space that he'll never use. He had his office for like 4 years and literally he did nothing in it but collect dust. Um, so yeah, I want for this to be my own little fun space. I've been looking up like little custom neon lights. I think that'll probably be my splurge, or because you guys know that I'm a Vine voice for Amazon, so I can like do reviews and get products for free. The only sucky thing about that is that if I like need five of them, well, I only get one for free and then I have to buy the rest. But I guess if it works, it works. That way I can at least test it out. But I was thinking about getting some of the neon rope lights to like write Tiff's take on the wall. Um, or something like that, or to just go ahead and splurge and have a yeah, I think that I want to do a whole wall as well, Dan, because I have, four walls and I've been on Pinterest going down the rabbit hole to where people have turned one room into like three or four different studios. So have one wall to where I can do all of my Styled by Bezos content, have one wall where I can do my Tiff's take content. Yeah, and just have it just be like this chill, like vibe kind of place. This place, out of the rest of the house, would probably be a little bit loud, because I do like pops of color. I do like the fun of it all. Yes, art of becoming. Hopefully, I'm thriving. I'm trying to get there. And just, do something for myself, do something that hopefully helps to keep myself motivated and recording, and to just, keep going. I see a bee outside the window if you guys are like wondering why my vision diverted. Not that I'm allergic, but I'm still scared. I don't want them to get me. But how's it going for everybody this Sunday? I would love when the video is over, we wrap up the live, or even right now in the comments, give me your thoughts. Dan, I like the idea of gray as well, because I was just literally thinking like I'm a modern type girl. I like more of a streamline, modern look. I like straight lines. I'm not into arches and curves. I'm not into a whole bunch of floral or anything like that. Just very kind of streamlined, modern. But I do like a little bit of the futuristic vibe. I think that if I make it too cool, because we do have a ton of televisions. Now, that is the one thing that I noticed I'm not at a shortage of by far. I think we have four TVs just right now out in the garage that aren't being used, all the same size. And it's just because when my mom passed away, we doled out all the televisions and nobody just really needed them. So I have a ton of TVs, and I was thinking that that would be cool. I'll have to utilize a lot of chat GPT, but to make it to where I could make myself like a television wall to where they all sync together, to where it can be one big picture, or if I want four different things playing on the four different screens, I can also have that. But that's where I feel like my husband is going to try to like come and take over my space and make it his man cave. Um, I have my popcorn machine that is out in the storage unit. And I could definitely bring that in. I've been thinking about giving it a facelift and turning it pink. Your wife and I would vibe. I need for her to come and help me design my studio. And then you guys can come and visit Colorado. That would be cool. I would like it. Um, but yeah, put the like popcorn machine in here. I do for when we go camping, and I've even thought about it. I have a big giant, and it would probably cover the wall. I think it's a 60-inch pop up television screen. And I usually take it with us with a projector for when we go camping. That way we can have movie night out at the camp. Hey, Jay, baby. I know that you're just popping in, so let me show you, Jay. I'm gonna back up a little bit, chat, so don't be mad, but this is my girl. Hashtag Kiss Squad. So, Jay, what I'm doing and what I've been doing this weekend, I was multitasking while I've been listening to everybody's lives today and this weekend. So, this was my kids' bedroom previously, and I have officially kicked them out 100%. They moved out during the summer, but I just kind of had this room still stocked full of toys and stuff. And so I've officially kicked them out, and we are going to have the Tiffs Take Studios. Oh my God, y'all. Tiffs Take Studios is coming soon. This is the current space. I still have to get out my daughter's junk here. I might keep this though. This is an LED bear, and he lights up and he does all different kind of cool colors and stuff like that. So he's really cool. I might steal him from her because she would never know. But yeah, I thank you, Jay. I'm super, super excited. I'm gonna blog it. You guys are going to be 100% completely along for this journey with me. Um, Now, until then, I was even thinking, you guys see these little curtain rods? This is from when I had my kids' loft bed and they had their own little curtains and stuff. But there are these LED like holograms that you can do for Halloween to where you can make a hologram shine through the window. And I was thinking about putting up a just a screen temporarily and shining a hologram through it that like loops and has like different ghosts and stuff like popping out of the window. They're pretty cool. I thought that that would be pretty fun, and it's something that I could take down very easily. And you can like program it to have different scripts. Generally, when you like buy those Halloween holograms, they have like 10 or 15 different stories on it. So I thought that would be pretty fun. Put some music up on it. But yeah, this is going to be the Tiffs Take Studios. There's my baby. I'll definitely leave her. That is my little Queenie Bean. So her and her wings, she will stay in the studio. Even though purple isn't necessarily my color, that was her color. Um, but yeah, so I think the television wall would be kind of cool. It's just going to be a great way. See you later, Art. Have a good one. Thank you. So yeah, it's going to be a super, super fun project for me to vlog, and for you guys to be a part of. This is going to be something that we, the Takeover Crew, are going to build together. And I am super excited about it. So the first thing that we have to decide is going to be our paint colors. And as I was saying before, I like fine lines. I'm not into flowers and all the fluff. I like modern. Um, but I do kind of like those little greenscape backgrounds, but I think that too many people are doing them now. So I don't necessarily think that I want to do one of those. Miss P, you still there? Yep, she will be. It is going to be nice for me to have a space. And I think that I might have to break down. I've been very good in always buying USA. Uh, but I think I'm gonna have to break down and order some Temu products because I've seen some really cool stuff off of Temu. But that doesn't really mean that I have to break down and go Temu. That just means that I might need to get out and go to some different thrift stores in some well to do neighborhoods so that I can find some really cool stuff. But first, we're going to nail down the paint colors. Dan, I'm with you. Pink is my color, but I think that I would go for more like some gray tones, black. I don't know if I want to incorporate too much black because I don't want for the area to be dark. Um, and then just lots of really cool pink assets and accents. I know Timu has some cool stuff. I was watching this video the other day where this lady got like this couch bed off of Timu. The shrink wrap amazes me like no other. Um, and I mean, the box was so little, but when she cut open that thing and the way that it like folded down and like flipped up and back from a couch into a bed was really cool and it looked really, really comfortable. Um, I got my desk and chair from my studio at my hairstylist yard sale. Yes, $20 for both. That's a good deal. Oh, and oh yeah, I have my popcorn machine that I can put in here. I think that that will be an item that, because right now it's red, it's vintage, one of those vintage popcorn machines that is on the big giant wheels, the two-wheel cart. Yeah, I have one of those. So I think that we will buff that and turn it pink. Um, and then I also have a refrigerator. I don't know why I have so many mini refrigerators, but I got a mini refrigerator from my neighbor for like $10 a couple of years ago. And then we upgraded and we got a nicer one. So I can put my mini fridge in here so that I can have just like refreshments. Normally, it's something that I would put in my guest bedroom. And when I have guests come, I stock the mini fridge and put fresh fruit and water and stuff in there. So then, since I kind of want this space to maybe option as a creative space or guest bedroom as well, I might think about doing that. My office is too cluttered with Legos. Keep it simple. One to two cool ideas. Popcorn machine. Okay. Well, I mean, yeah, popcorn machine, and then up under it, I can put the refrigerator. Or I might just set the popcorn machine on top of the refrigerator. But I do think that the popcorn machine is like a cool piece. Because if maybe, we might do, and I wish that more channels did it or more social media apps where you can like do like live streaming for a movie and host like socials on movies. I think that that would be cool. Periwinkle. Oh, that's a good color. How about periwinkle for a color or a little bit of a color sense? Pink and purple. Oh, I like that, Jay. I like that. I'm going to have to go to Home Depot and look at a couple of different periwinkles because I am seeing that color like pop. Well, it's funny, even though I say I don't like purple, my mom liked purple. That was her favorite color too. So yep, my vacuum is purple. I have a lot of purple stuff, even though my baby girl, her color is purple. So her piggy bank is purple. Um, so yeah, I have a lot of purple stuff, even though it's just not my jam. I would say I'm probably more of a black and white girl, and then also I like green, but that's only because it's the color of money. So completely the worst reason to like green, but yeah, I like green for that reason. Periwinkle does go with gray. Yep. And that's why I think, Jay, that I want to stick to for the background, having it be just a very basic color palette so that I can switch things up a lot too. Sometimes I like pops of pink. Sometimes I might want a yellow. Sometimes I might want teal. So that way, if I keep the accessories to my pops of color, that is what is going to allow for me to switch it up a little bit and change stuff around a lot because I just like to change things around. You know, it's like a bedroom. That's the one thing that I don't like about my king size bed is it doesn't give me as many options to change around my bedroom. I can only change around so much because I know that the bed has to stay in that space. And I would say that's the one thing that I hate about the fact that our television is mounted to the wall. If it was just on a stand or a television stand, it makes it a whole lot easier to move stuff around. But once you mount the television on the wall, it's kind of more permanent because, well, it's more of a hassle in order to move it because now you have to go through with patching the wall, painting it, all that dumb stuff that just costs a whole lot of extra money. So, from a style perspective, designers, we need to do better with television displays. I did order my kids some television displays off of Amazon, so I'll be excited for both of them to come. And they are floor mounts to where I can just roll the television around the room. It's just like one of those poles and it has the adjustable height and everything on it. So I'm excited about those, but generally they're only good for like, you know, up to 40 inches. I haven't seen one that has the capacity of holding like a 60 or a 75-inch television. So that kind of sucks. Um, but I do have a 65-inch pop up television screen that I sometimes, well, that we use to take camping. And that might be really cool to put in the room too. But I think that I'm going to do a lot of Googling and YouTube Universitying to see how I can take the four monitors. You know how when you go to like the sports club or those really cool restaurants and they have a whole wall of televisions and they can sync them either to show one thing on the screen or they work together and you can show just one big pretty picture on it. Yes, yes, Jay. So you know what I'm talking about. I have a ton of extra televisions, so I'm thinking about doing that. And then I also have the, you know, dual computer screens, so I can put those on my desk. I have a ton of ring lights and all of those dumb accessories because I'm an Amazon Vine voice. So a lot of people don't. Mr. Stick to it. What's up? Most people don't know what an Amazon Vine voice is. I'm gonna let you guys in on a little secret. So an Amazon Vine voice is a person that gets free product off of Amazon just for writing a review. I've been a Vine voice on Amazon since about 2018. I got invited to the program, and at first I thought it was a scam, but it's actually really real. You can order 18 to 20 products every day, pretty much any category. So there's always something. Um, and they send it to you 2 day service. You can't return anything because obviously you got it for free. And all you have to do is write a review. You have up to 1 year in order to write your review. They do have to accept your review, so I can't say that you like are completely honest. You can't like rip a company, but I've said before if it's something that I would buy again or not, or if I would get it again or not. Um, And 90% of the stuff that I get off of Amazon, I end up just selling at a garage sale, and people be like, "How is everything brand new?" And it's just because I got it because I wrote a review. I have a storage unit actually full of stuff. Um, that yeah, I actually have a really nice vanity mirror that I've been waiting for my little girl to get big enough, or now I have my own little space. But I have one of those, like, vanity mirrors with all of the like show lights on it, those showgirl mirrors. So I could probably put that up in here too because it has lots of lights. Or if you need it, Jay, just let me know. I could send it to you, girl. Um, because yes, it's been out there in my storage unit for about 3 years, and I've never used it besides literally opening it up, plugging it in, writing a review, and then yeah, just putting it away because I didn't have anywhere to put it. So yeah, I DM me on IG and I will 100% send it to you. You can have it, my love. Um, yeah, so I have a lot of just stupid stuff like that I just got off of Amazon so that I could write a review, and I just wanted to test it. Um, so yeah, if you ever see stuff on Amazon that you think that you're interested in, or maybe you see like the aftermarket version of it and not the original version of it, that's generally what the stuff that you get on the View side of it or the Vine Voice side of it is going to be more like Chinese based companies. But I'm telling you, 90% of the things that I've received through those companies, I still use those products today. My family still uses the products. One year I gave everybody air fryers and air fryer ovens for Christmas, and I gave everybody vacuum sealers for Christmas. Like this time of year is the time that I really like pick up and start ordering a whole bunch of stuff off of Amazon Vine because I just know I'm gonna turn around and wrap it up and give it away for Christmas. Shh, don't tell nobody. So if you're my family, now you know. That's the reason. Oh, 1 year. Oh, so 1 year for our Secret Santa at work. I also do the same thing. So for people that get me to be their Secret Santa at work, generally their presents be like massive. And the way that I get away with it is it says that you have to send a $25 is generally the cap, right? Well, that's the one thing about the Vine program is that you do claim it on your taxes, but it's never like pushed me into a different tax bracket. Um, so I feel like since I'm getting this stuff for free, well, I'm going to at least give you what would be $25 in taxable value. So that way you're getting bang for your buck. Um, so yeah, this one year I got this young lady, and by the time I got done wrapping her box, it was going to be so much money for it to ship that I had to email her and I had to tell her, look, I'm going to ship your box after Christmas because I don't want to pay these holiday rates. And I don't want for you to actually share at work what I got you. Like, I don't want you to post it because then people are going to be like, there's no way that she only spent $25 on that because I didn't spend any money on it. So I got her everything. Like, she was into sushi, so I got her like a hibachi and like this sushi rolling kit, and she liked wine, so I got her like this cool electronic wine bottle opener that'll like put your cork back in it. It'll recork your bottle so that your wine stays fresh. Like I hooked her up. I got her some really cool stuff. Um, so yeah, but it was a lot to ship, but it was fun. Yeah, she was really happy. It was cool. It felt good. I like to make people happy. That is my one thing. Is just to be able to put a smile on other people's faces and show people that there is a different way. There are people truly out here in the world that care about other people and actually do want to go above and beyond in order to make people's day brighter. Now, can you ask me for $1,000? Not at this point in time. But God knows that when I get it, oh yeah, if I get it, if I know that you truly need it, He knows that I'll do it. You are welcome, Mr. Stick to It. I think I'm going to be ready for some new shirts soon too. Or you might be able to give me some good ideas in this creative space. So, let me know in the comments. Send me some pictures of Pinterest in the DMs, because I really do want to get started painting next week. Oh, and that'll be something that I'll probably take you guys along on a little trip for, because one of the things that I do pride myself on is never paying full price for anything. Um, and a lot of people do not know that you can barter stuff. Big announcement coming soon. I'm excited. I'm excited. I have my notifications on. I can't wait. Um, but you don't, once something has a clearance sticker on it, you do not have to accept that price. Always ask for a manager or store manager. Count how many of the items are there, because you might have to be prepared to buy them all. Um, but the same thing also works at Ace Hardware Store, at Home Depot. Hi, Terry. How are you, sir? I am so excited that you have stayed steadfast on your 30-day creator journey. I am so proud of you. So keep up the good work. We are sitting in my new blank canvas of a content studio, and I'm sitting here telling you guys about how I'm going to hustle and get myself some paint for very, very cheap, because paint is super expensive. Um, my paint sprayer I also got for free off of Amazon, guys, from the Amazon Vine program. One day I'll do a walkthrough and show you guys some of the really cool items that you would not believe that were absolutely free just for writing um, a review. Because my bathrooms have LED, like, little tap mirrors, the ones that you can even push the button when the bathroom fogs up so that you can reduce the fog. Yeah, those are all free. Those are like five, 600, $1,000 mirrors that I got 100% free just for writing a review. So my Tiffs tip is that if you have an Amazon Prime account, which 90% of us do, write reviews. If you have pictures, that makes it even better. I don't care how long ago you went back and purchased that item, go back and write a review. Try to get to a 95% review rate with Amazon, and you will probably get invited into the Amazon Vine program. You'll be called a Vine voice, and you guys will see now when you go to Amazon and you're spending lots of hours combing through the comment section trying to find out if this item is the item that you should buy, and you'll see where some people show Vine voice. I was looking the other day, and I'm really, really mad that I did not get this one, because sometimes they'll only have like a certain amount of the item that you can get for free. Well, they had, and that's why I have to stay on the website every day. So, like bounce houses, right? They had a giant 20 by 30 blow up nightclub. It's basically a nightclub. 20 by 30, absolutely free. Absolutely free. Do you guys know what kind of money I could have made renting such item out after getting it for free? It is a portable blow up nightclub. I literally would have blown it up in my front yard and created a haunted house, or like a little, yes, Jay, you've seen them on TikTok. Yes, all of that stuff. It's amazing the stuff that you can get from these companies for free just by writing a review. So that is the reason why I stay, like, I push like my Styled by Bezos, And you'll hear me talk about a lot about Amazon products because I'm telling you, you guys can get a lot of stuff for free. And Jay, my baby girl's birthday is October 31st. So she wants to have a K-pop Demon Hunter's birthday. So I was like, I could have gotten that thing. I could have decorated it completely all K-pop Demon Hunters. And this year, Halloween is on a Friday. And generally, the kids are out of school. That's like fall break anyway. So it would have been perfect because she could have had like a 4 hour like little Halloween party, but all of her little friends could have came over. They could go trick or treating back through our neighborhood, but then me and the adults can sit in this like big massive blow up like little party house in our front yard and pass out candy to all of the kids. You would have. Yes, yes, that would have been so cool. But I'll take you guys around my neighborhood because some of my neighbors started decorating at the very beginning of September, and their houses are off the chain. And my husband's like, are these people already decorating for Halloween? Yes. Now the problem is those houses they'll be done spent so much money on the Halloween decorations that their candy will lackluster. But yeah, we'll have to do a walk around my neighborhood because my neighborhood is really really fun when it comes to Halloween. Even though I live in a Mormon neighborhood, which I think is kind of crazy. I'm in the fourth and the fifth ward of Mormonism here in Colorado. But yeah, everybody, they dress up, they decorate, and it's really, really a good time. We are never at a shortage of Halloween kids. And it's funny because I got from work all of these like liquid death stickers. I probably have like 1,000 liquid death stickers. And I was like, oh, I should pass these out for Halloween and just give all of the kids liquid death stickers. But they're like zombie, like, I don't know if the parents will appreciate it, but I'll get rid of them. And then one of my friends has a 7-Eleven. So I took her like 1,000 of them and said, well, hey, just give these out every time somebody buys liquid death. Just give them a pack of these stickers. So hopefully that helps her liquid death sales at her location. Um, yeah, yeah, I'm excited. I like fall. I don't like cold. That's the sucky thing about being in Colorado is I'm not all about the winter, but I do like the fall. I like to see people decorate and all that good business. Because I was going to do you guys a walk around my neighborhood anyway, because believe it or not, on my block alone, there are 5 houses. The house next door is for sale if somebody wants to come and be my neighbor. I even thought about buying it, but I don't think that I would want to live that close to my tenant. Um, and then I was like, well, maybe I just buy it and then make myself one big, massive mega house. But I don't know if I necessarily want to be the one that gentrifies my neighborhood, you know? All right. Okay, so you guys, I need you to tell me what colors. Okay, so at least for the back wall, white, so that we have the option of green screening. Um, I think black might be too dark. That would be fun to. Oh, maybe I could. Oh, I don't want to be like those people that get in trouble though and like buy a YouTube house and then turn it into a content creation house. That would be kind of cool. Because I bet my neighbors would give me a really good deal on the house because, well, I know what they got it for versus what they selling it for. And I know all of the headaches that that house has. Hey, Angel B, what's up? What's up? Welcome to the chat. Don't forget to double tap the screen, please. Angel, we are in what is the new Tiffs Take Studio. You should make a poll when you get off of here to have people help you pick. I am, Jay. I think that'll be a good idea of the different walls. But Angel, let's give you a spin around the studio real quick. So this used to be my kids' bedroom. I also think that I don't know why I'm not in love with the closet door, but I think that I want it to be like its own accent color. Maybe that will be something that I just paint like a pink or a periwinkle or a purple. Um, I already have LED lights up in here, so that's pretty cool. I went ahead and brought my ring lights in here. I just have to get my baby girl's dresser out. Um, I actually already even have one television hung up in here. That angel hanging there, that is my queen. That is my first daughter, and she is in heaven, but she looks down on me. And so, yeah, you see that I do have to fix the walls. So, what's going on here with the walls? When my kids were two, I built a loft in the bedroom. And I didn't want for it to be permanent. So you see, there's no like major holes in the wall from where the loft was. And that's because it was a freestanding loft. It was a labor of love, my favorite DIY project to date. Um, but when I built it, I sprayed the room. Yes, Jay, and I do have a short that shows the building process of the loft. Like this bedroom has always been a labor of love for me. So I built it by myself. And again, another one of those things that I did when my husband was gone because he kept getting into my head and saying, "Oh, that's not going to work. You can't do that." So when he went to Florida for a week for a training, I came into this bedroom and I built a loft like by myself. I should have recorded it, all of the growing pains that I went through because I had to literally like put the base on top of the dressers. It was real cool. But yeah, it was some straight ghetto gangster mom stuff, but it stayed up there for 3 years and I was even able to get on it. My husband was able to get on it. I felt secure with having my kids on it, but it was nice that when I took it down, I don't have a whole bunch of walls to patch. And it ended up having to come down sooner than I wanted it to because I wanted to have the carpet replaced in the bedroom, and literally it was like standing on top of the floor. So the only way for me to replace the carpet was to have the loft built bed torn down. And it was pretty sweet because the LED lights all ran up and down the bed. That's the reason why there are the little curtain hooks in the ceiling, because one side of the room was all Spider-Man and then the other side of the room was all LOL girls, and then up under the loft that was like their little play space because it's a small room. So I wanted to maximize the space and give them lots of little play space. So up under it, that's where they played and hung out and chilled. And if I didn't have to replace the carpet, I would probably be in here trying to figure out how I could turn that loft into a part of my content studio. So now that the kids are out, though, it's my time, it's my space. It's about to be winter time, so I need somewhere to be able to just come and chill and lock the door and create content. Yep, and vibe. What up, Chip? How's it going, sir? We are in the new Tiffs Takes content studio and we're just collaborating on different ideas of what we want for this space to become. When we get done decorating it, I will give you a tour of it as well. And you might know how to do this too. And I think that, see, my son, he might become a new, like the I show speed, a little twitcher or something. So I might let him bring his PlayStation up in here. Nah, I think I might keep it a dude free zone. He has his own room and stuff. But yeah, I was thinking about I'm going to learn how to turn like four TVs or six TVs into, like the one big TV, or to have them as six separate screens like they do at the sports bar, because I think that that'll be really cool. Um, yeah. Yeah, it's going to be pretty cool. It's going to be pretty cool. And then I'll be able to bring out a whole bunch of stuff that I use, and yeah, have a little space for me to do my product reviews. I don't really do too many fashion reviews, but I think that I'll do like a mirror. That'll be good for fashion reviews because I know Jay has fashion reviews coming up soon. Yes. Is that him making all that? Yes, that is him and his little homeboy in the background making all of that noise. But I'm glad that his little friend has been here. He's been here since 7:30 this morning because King had a lacrosse game. So the joke was on me today, guys. Today is my anniversary. 9 years married. But he been harassing me for like 20 years now. But we've been married 9 years. Um, and so I sent my hubby to. He loves the Raiders, and my nephew lives in Washington or Virginia. So, because the Raiders were playing the Washington Redskins or Commanders, thank you, Jay, whoever you call them, um, I sent him, and my nephew is a season ticket holder, so he was like, "Oh, have Sean come." Oh yeah, they just didn't had a little highlight. He got the on stage experience, thank you, or the on field experience, thank you, Angel B, to where he got to go down. They went early to the stadium and got to, you know, visit during like the little practice session and meet the different players. So he had a good little time, and for me, it was about peace of mind. I was able to get this room started because I had him go. So I get like a double header of a gift with this one because, see, because he got this lavish anniversary gift, boys trip. And I know they went to strip club last night and threw some quarters. Because I asked him this morning, I was like, what, y'all went and saw some chi-chis? And he started laughing. So I know that yeah, he went through some quarters, and I say quarters because my husband is cheap. So he ain't gonna throw nothing but quarters. Him and, well, my nephew will probably throw some dollars because he's a good one. But my husband, no, you'd be lucky if you get a dime. So yeah, so they probably went and did that. I know that he did. And my nephew is like a connoisseur of liquor, so he done had him down there on that Shannon Sharp La Portier and giving him all these expensive liquors that he shouldn't be drinking when my husband is a cheap liquor kind of guy. All he needs is couple triple shots of Parmesan and he's good to go. But my nephew, he's a little bit uppity. But I know that my nephew did talk to my husband and say, "Oh, your anniversary is tomorrow," because my husband did call me first thing this morning at like 6 o'clock talking about happy anniversary. And I was like, "You must be talking to G Ray." Yes, Jay Quarters. And I was like, "You must be talking to my nephew." And he was like, "No, I know when we got married." And I'm like, "No, 1942, my drink, which most people just have a horrible college story about, is tequila. I love me a tequila. I am a Blanco tequila girl. My favorite is Tres Generaciones. The bottle used to come in a wooden casket. I just don't, I think that they just stopped doing it. But I'm a tequila girl. Yes, give me tequila. I do not need any training wheels. So no lime, no salt, just straight, no chaser. No, and that's how big girls do it. But I did have a mimosa today, which was, I think that might be a little bit why I'm a little excited, because I haven't had a mimosa in like probably all summer because I've been on a diet. And so I gave it up in order for me to Yes, Dan, I am still going. I have to get my watch hours because everybody can't be like you and get 4,000 watch hours in. Well, everybody can be like you and get 4,000 watch hours in a 5 month period. We all can. It's funny, guys. I do have a rant video that I recorded, Dan, and I just never like published it. Um, Thank you, Chip. And yeah, it's my rant saying, why are you not at 4,000 watch hours? Well, stop blaming everybody else. Stop blaming the algorithm. It's nobody's fault but yourself because you lost sight of the goal and stopped running towards it. So, yes, Dan, you probably have all of your videos recorded for the week, but I'm going to be on you if you are not the first person to pin a comment to your videos. So, you know you got to do it. You've been doing good with rants. And I noticed that you switched up your thumbnail and you did not use the neon green. So hats off to you for doing something different. Angel B, what are you up to? I like pineapple juice when I used to drink. I loved tequila. There you go, Jay. That's what I'm saying. But it's because we're February sisters. We are Aquariuses. And you know what? I have not seen Shalandra, isn't that her name? Since the day that we discovered that me, you, her, Tina are all February babies, she has not been on since that day. Cause like I was even just expecting for her to pop up into Tina's chat the or live the other day when she was interviewing, but she didn't. So I wonder where she is. I don't be wanting to slide into everybody's DMs or email people because I don't be wanting to think that I'm crazy. But sometimes some of my favorite content creators, when they disappear, like Erica Loves Cameras, she came on and she blew up and got monetized. Pardon, I think in a month and 5 videos. And then all of a sudden she disappeared. And I emailed her to make sure that she was okay. She responded back. I was surprised she responded back. But yeah, she was good. Chip, what are you doing today? I don't think that you've gone live in a while, and I'm gonna DM you because I'm ready for. But Kiss Squad gets it first, I think. So Jay, when you're ready, let me know. And then next week, we have on next week on Sunday, so I hope that everybody is going to be watching it. We have the Pizza Verse versus the Supreme Team Family Feud YouTube edition. So that's going to be really fun. I'm excited about that. And then additionally, we have Tiffs Take Trivia. Let me know if you would like to be a contestant on Tiff's Takes Trivia. The first edition of it is going to be lyrically correct. And basically, it's all about being able to finish the sentence with the proper lyrics. The music is going to go back to R&B's, 90s, pop, so something for everyone. Everyone should be able to participate. I do have like a sample setup where I utilized Kahoot in order to be able to run the game. But I don't think that I want to do that. Like after I've watched it and pondered upon it for a little bit, I think that I do want it to be off the cuff. A Kahoot is what was going to allow for me to like keep out cheaters, kind of do more buzzer style to where it's the person that responds with the correct answer first. But with lyrically correct, I want to give extra points for those that sing the lyrics. If you just say the lyric, that's just worth the basic point. But if you can sing the lyric, which is going to bring more engagement, more fun to the chat as well as the entire panel, then I think that that's when it is what's going to draw up the engagement and make it like really, really fun to where week over week people will want to be a part of Tiff's Takes Trivia. I also wanted to do something different because I feel like here lately, and no shade, but all of the lives and everything have just been like really deep. Um, and you guys, I like to be on a happier side of, things. I like to live like the world is perfect, even though I know that the world is not perfect and there's so much craziness and destruction going on. I just want to be able to be that channel that brings a little bit of love and light on either our Friday night or Saturday night. So please let me know your thoughts on what night would work best. I don't want to do a Sunday. I feel like that's when people are getting ready to go to work and kind of reset, but we can do a Sunday. It's not a big deal for me. But I think like a Friday night, like maybe a happy hour or Saturday. I know Saturdays are a little bit rough because a lot of people are doing lives. But I just want for something that is going to be lighthearted and fun that will have you leaving and feeling blessed in some manner, but then also give you a spark of idea of something that you can do with your friends. And maybe you're having a girls' night, something like that. But yeah, something that you can do with your friends. Another thing, Jay, you guys may I don't think you use a lot of music. You use music that has been written for you. But like even Jay, last night, did you get to see did okay, now I don't think that we're supposed to see it, but we remember it. So we all saw Elevated. Like Elevated had fun last night. Um, we do need more wholesome chat or just, family orientated. I think that with Tiffs Takes Trivia, depending on who I have on the panel, I wouldn't say bring the family to the edition that's going to have Supreme. No shade, Supreme. Um, but he got a potty mouth. But we working on it. We working on it. But yeah, I think that it'll be fun and it's something that kids and everybody can play. But last night I got to see Elevated like turn up. I think Elevated he was having a good time and I had a good time watching Elevated have a good time because he always seems so serious and just straightforward. Jay, now we're gonna tell on him. The Supreme, your twin, is gonna tell you about the girls that were on the bus. I'll keep my opinions to myself, but hey, each one reach one. Everybody got needs somebody to love. Um, but it was fun to watch Elevated having a good time on the party bus. But how do they get away with playing music and not getting like copyright strikes? Are you guys just accepting the copyright strike and just moving on and you just like are not getting monetized off of it? I'm not monetized anyway, so it doesn't matter, but I do at least want the watch hours. Like if you guys, Dan, I need you. I think that you have my 30-second or my 10-second clip for my beginning and my end, and you'll see that I've been deleting the music out of it, so when it goes into my intro and my outro, the music is deleted. And the reason why the music is deleted is because every time I do it I get a copyright, and I've put it in the comments. I have Jack GPT write me the copyright disclaimer, but it still gives me a copyright. So because I just don't even want to have to deal with that, I don't want for it to be a problem in my life. I just don't use it. Ricky J is here though, so see, sometimes you just ask and you shall receive. I need some music, lots of music. Now, Ricky J, I'm a little bit of a hood girl. I do like that little bit of a ratchet kind of, turn up, but that's just for myself. But I do need something clean. Dan, I think that you have my intro as well. I will resend them to you. But yeah, I just need some kind of cool little something music because I don't like to see copyrights and I don't want that problem. I don't want that problem. Yes. But yeah, yeah, period, Jay. Yes, that is me. I do like my little ratchet music. So like if y'all listen to my playlist that's called That's My Jam, oh, that's my ratchet music. That's what I'm going to listen to when I really need to get pumped up on a Monday morning driving to work, and get it in. Yes, to get me hype to go to work. Or, if I'm going somewhere and I'd like on a date with a hubby or something, yes, then I do like that. But there's a little bit of everything. I like country music. Kane Brown is my dude, so I could listen to him all day, every day. Uh, yeah, I listen to it all. I love it all. Tiff, I used to have 10-inch woofers and an amp in my car when I bet you did, Dan. The funny thing is I could see you, as that kid that had the loudest freaking vehicle. But that's because you like tech stuff. Oh, my husband is at my nephew's house and it's so funny. He said, "This guy has so much tech, my nephew is like me." Um, my husband, I don't think he could figure out how to do anything at my nephew's house. He was like, "I think you need a remote to flush the toilet over here." Like, and he's like down in the man cave and stuff. So yeah, I'm glad that my husband doesn't even know how to turn on the PlayStation. He is not about tech. When he disconnects the sound bar from the television or can't figure out how to turn it on, I am the person that he comes to get. This fool doesn't even know how to hit the input button. Oh, I didn't call him a fool, but he's funny. He doesn't even really know how to hit the input button so that he can switch, the television like to the different modes, from cable to like the PlayStation. Yeah, he just figured that out. But if he turns on the television and it's not in the right input, he's hosed. I had to download videos for him from Netflix and from Xfinity to his phone for his flight because he didn't know how to do it. I am like a little early adopter with tech. I was probably the first persons in the world to have a selfie stick. I have some of the coolest selfie sticks. I still use my selfie stick. Most people don't. I do. I like tech. So, Dan, I have a lot of TVs, and you probably already know how to do it because I liked how you did the step by step video for how you are syncing your iPad to your videos. What's up, Jamal? God bless you as well. Thank you so much for visiting the channel. Hopefully, you will do me a favor and just go ahead and tap the screen and like the live, and I would appreciate you. That's all I need. So I'm sitting here just kind of talking to the fam and everybody about my vision for my YouTube studio content. Cruz, how's it going? Thank you so much for stopping in. And we're talking about tech and just all of the cool tech out there. I want to be able to incorporate some cool tech into this space. As well, but I was also just sharing that my nephew down in, oh, and maybe you guys will, okay, to deviate the topic real quick. Dudes, Chip, Jamal, um, Dan, no shade, but I don't think you know the answer to this one. Okay, so I was talking to my sissy today and I was telling her that I sent my husband, her brother, down to see the Washington Redskins play the Commanders. Okay. So when I was saying this to her, she was under the impression that he was in the state Washington. And I said, no, he's down in Virginia, by DC. So then, that sent us women down a whole cruise line of a rant because I know that the team for Washington, the state, is the Seattle Seahawks. And that's because the capital of Washington is Seattle. But if DC was never a state, because technically DC is not a state, how did they have a whole football team? How did they have the Washington Redskins if DC is not even a state? How can you not be a state and have a football team? So I had to Google it, or I, asked my secretary, and it's not DC. Well, I know it's Maryland, but that perplexed me even more, Dan, because that's what Chat GPT told me. And then also, did you know that the team before it was the Washington Redskins, it was the Boston something? Why does the team play in Maryland or is headquartered in Maryland, but they're named after the country of Washington. And what is Washington? Because it's not a state. So I don't get it. But I guess it was pretty cool. Um, that's a woman's rant though that I won't understand because my sister thought that the Washington Redskins were the state Washington, and I had to explain to her, no, that's the Seattle Seahawks. And yeah, so ChatGPT will teach you some interesting things, but I don't understand how Washington DC, that's not a state, got a football team when Las Vegas just got the Raiders, and they've been a state for a whole long time, and they barely had anything but a hockey team until now. So, okay, another crazy rant, but not for me to know. The NFL zoning was off when it was first came out with the league. Okay. Okay. I guess that kind of makes sense, Chip, but it still doesn't. So does Maryland have like its own football team? Maryland is a state, right? Does it have its own football team too, or no? And is that all what it is? Is that it's zoning? You don't have to be like a whole affiliated state though. Um but it was cool. He got to experience a lot of stuff while he was there. My nephew took him down to DC, so he was able to see, the White House from a mile away because you can't walk up on it no more. So he was able to see the gated up White House from a mile away. He went down and showed him where the Pentagon was. He got to see a lot of stuff. So I think pretty cool engagement, anniversary gift, if I must say so myself. Toot toot. He got to go down onto the field, and even though his team is the Raiders, and I asked him, I said, "Well, are you going to go down on the field to meet the commanders wearing Raiders gear?" And he said he was. So if I know my husband, he did. Maryland is comprised of the Raven and Washington because of zoning. Wash is NFC and Raves is AFC. Oh, okay. Very, very interesting. I was going to say it won't really matter to me until my son gets drafted, but I think that I really would like for him to set his ambitions on a green jacket, instead of a helmet. I'm okay with the lacrosse helmet. This morning he had a lacrosse game. That was the only downside of today, is I did have to wake up at 6:30 in the morning so that I could get him to his lacrosse game at 8:15. Tuber Chat. Hello, my friend. How are you? And welcome to the live. I appreciate you for stopping in so much because I know that you are a busy fellow. So I appreciate you guys, for just showing up, showing out, and showing support. Um, we are sitting here chilling in the empty Tiffs Take studio. I am going to be putting up a poll after. Oh, thank you so much, Tuber. You are such the bomb. I don't be knowing how to share stuff on Reddit, so maybe do that in one of your next lives, is just give some different tips on how to share links on Reddit. I always feel bad about sharing them, or if I do share, I feel like I'll get like a naughty slap on my hands that says that is a violation of the community guidelines. So I never try anymore to post share links on Reddit. Tips takes, if you can remind me, I'll be happy to show on screen. Perfect. Yeah, I think that myself, and a lot of other just new content creators will find that very helpful in learning how to share links, but just also, and for me, it's, I don't want for someone's community to feel like I am just being disrespectful and only being a part of that community for self promotion. So I would rather know the right way of going about it than the wrong way, so that I don't get canceled or somebody be trying to dox me. Dan did a really fantastic video this morning about cancel culture and doxing. It sucks that it's something that we have to start talking about again these days, but we do have to just be really mindful of the people that we allow into our creative space, but with just the information, the stuff that we share, the things that we say, because you just never know nowadays who is going to get their panties in a bunch and decide that they don't like you. Because I know I like true me, camera turned off. I have a mouth like a trucker. Um, and yeah, so I have to, try to be careful. Um, I hope that you don't get doxxed on that video. And I know me, I'm a little bit nosy too. Mouth like a trucker. It is. It's pretty bad. Um, like I call people lot lizards. If you know what that is. Most people will call them the Santa word, but I say lot lizards because I just think it's a whole lot funner. And then I can get away with it because a lot of people don't know what a lot lizard is. Um, but yeah, I'm like kind of one of those outback country like people. It's a little weird, even though I'm not country, but I guess it's because my mom is from Texas and both of my brothers are from Texas and all my family is from Texas. Um, but yeah, I don't be wanting to get doxxed. I be like scared, like when I be wanting to know about people and I want to follow them on other social media engines or apps. But then if I don't see that you've shared that social media app on your more section or your about section on YouTube, then I will not follow you unless I'm requested to, because I don't be wanting for people to think that I'm crazy. Um, with lives, Dan, unless it is something that is a collaboration, then I don't think that lives is really something that you schedule. Um, you just do it. Um, Literally, you just do it. I think that if you schedule it, then you'll overthink it. Um, but I think that the funnest times that I have on lives are the ones where I'm just being random. Um, Chip, you had said something. I'm hood. Chip, you are not though. You're like a teddy bear. Just do my best not to show. Yeah, that's me. And it's funny because I don't think that I'm like 100% all hood, but I mean, I've been there. I know what it's like. I was talking this morning and I was sharing my experience with mayonnaise sandwiches and peanut and sugar sandwiches. And not a lot of people have ever been that broke or been in that situation to where that a mayonnaise sandwich, which basically is a piece of bread that you put some mayonnaise on and you put it in the oven and you toast it. That is dinner. A sugar sandwich is basically a piece of bread with some butter on it, if you were lucky enough to have it, and you sprinkle a little sugar on it. And if you're lucky to have some cinnamon, you put some cinnamon on it and you put that in the oven, and that is dinner. So if you have ever been that hard on your luck that you have had to eat mayonnaise sandwiches for dinner and sugar sandwiches for dessert as a kid or even in adult life, you know what it's like, because a pack of Roman noodles will only take you so far. But a loaf of bread and some mayonnaise or some peanut butter, and peanut butter was generally more expensive than the mayonnaise back then. But also you could get mayonnaise packets like anywhere. So I'm telling you, that is like some straight hardcore being broke deals. So I was sharing that this morning, and those kind of things, I think it is helpful to share. I also think that they're just personal reminders of where God has brought you through. Because He's never going to take you through anything that He's not going to bring you out of. But yeah, that's just a personal reminder that keeps me humbled. So I was sharing that one this morning. But Dan, I think that you would do good. Um, with going live more. I'm learning from the family and the crew here. I want for Richie J to go live soon too, because Richie, we would like for you to walk us around the UK and give us a tour because Supreme can't come to the UK. I can come to the UK. I have a clean passport. But Supreme can't come. So, because Big Brother Supreme can't come, we need for you to take us a tour around the UK. And if you really want to make sure that it is something that Supreme is going to show up for, do it on the 4th of July. We want to see what your guys' 4th of July looks like in the UK when we're in the 4th of July here. So, yes, that's a good one for you, Ricky. And then any music, that you want to throw my way, is good. I like a little bit of jazz. I love a little bit of Latin as well. Because I see you like do everything. I do like some Elvis Crespo. Elvis Crespo, when I used to be 315 pounds. Yes, y'all. I was 315 pounds, a size 24. I do not speak Spanish, but I lost 100, maybe 115 pounds salsa dancing, and I still don't speak lick of Spanish. But I can do a mean merengue and bachata, and so Elvis Crespo is one of my favorites. Yes, Jay, 315 pounds was my max weight. And not literally that long ago. I'd say about 10 years now since I've lost it. My personal trainer coach helped me, not coach here on YouTube, but another coach helped me to lose the rest of it and get down. So, yes, and that's the reason why I started salsa dancing is I went to the club with my friend Yolanda. Um, they had free salsa lessons. So here in Colorado, we went to a place called Ninth Avenue West. I'm considering Throwback Thursday narrative 1980s home videos. People are into watching. Yes, people are into that. I still have my VCRs, guys. That might have been cool to put in this room too, because I do have quite an extensive VHS and DVD player collection. I couldn't make this thing into a blockbuster if I wanted to, because I have a couple of actually operating DVD players and VHS players. Um, you don't drive a car, and other YouTubers do that. Plus, I'm lazy. Ricky, you can't be that lazy. I know you're not lazy, Ricky. Come on. We want to see it, Ricky. We want to see the UTA. Take a little auto bus, and do a tour. We're down for that too. I think the 1980s home videos would be fun. That's kind of what the Tiffs Take trivia night is. And it's not always going to be music with that as well. I also have kind of outlined some where it's all about sitcoms. So that will be pretty fun. But I'm excited to hear about that, Dan. Chip, I did not know that you were bilingual. That's pretty cool. My kids are bilingual, but they're bilingual because they speak Mandarin fluently, which I'm kind of getting nervous about a little bit. Because Friday was their parent teacher conferences. They did so good. They, I was just a proud little mama. When your people tell on your kids and they tell you how good they are, when as a parent you like, oh God, these little bad kids. But they're not. They're really, really good kids. Um, so because they did so well, and Kingy had been sick for like 2 days anyway. So because they did so good with their parent teacher conferences, we went out and we had hot pot and dumplings, and put them in a environment where they could just speak Mandarin, but that left me out of the conversation because I challenged them to only speak Mandarin to each other the entire dinner. So they only spoke Mandarin the entire dinner, but it was pretty cool. I'm pretty excited that they have picked up the language so well. Um, and then they'll learn Spanish when they get to high school, but I'm glad that they know Mandarin. But I do sometimes wish that I knew Spanish because a lot of my good friends at work are Spanish. And I'll just text back and forth with them. I think a lot of them even think that I know Spanish, even though I don't. I'm just that good with Google Translate. I think that I do want to get myself a pair of those smart glasses. So that'll probably be something to just go ahead and order off of Vine, is some of those smart glasses so that I can test the ones to where people can talk to you and it translates into the language that they're speaking to you in. Because I think that those will be pretty cool. 2 weeks. Oh my God. You're going out the country? That's going to be super, super cool, Dan. You better vlog that. Now, that is something that I definitely want to see. Now, why would somebody want to steal your phone? I thought that the UK was like a safe space, Ricky. So that is confusing. Is the UK not safe? Why would somebody steal your phone? Like somebody just walked up and tried to steal your phone? Is it that you have an iPhone and it's just more expensive out there and somebody could sell it and get it, you know, a proper pay for it? What's that? And then Dan, are you going for work? I'm super excited. This like new role with this new position. Well, what are you like COO now? I'm like you up there. You up there. I'm in like give me till 2026. I'll be asking for a job. I went to UK in June and that's all I heard was phone being snatched. It was what I never okay, you're the director. Oh, I can be your remote executive assistant, Dan. I'm really good at booking travel and all of that good stuff. Now, that trip, though, I would want to attend Taiwan, but I might have you like staying at some like weird place. On Netflix, there is a show that used to come on, and it's called Vacation Rentals or something like that. They stopped playing it during like COVID, but it's called Vacation Rentals, Amazing Vacation Rentals. And during the episode, they will show you three different Airbnb like style rentals, one of them being super luxury, one of them being moderate price range, and then one of them being like the lower end price range. And the one that they did in Taiwan is amazing. There is this place where they stood at. Ooh, that was ghetto. Um, and literally it was like pods up in a tree. Um, Bambi was talking about like Burning Man. I'm a person that would go to Burning Man. It would take me 2 years to prep to go, but I would go. I just have to be prepared when I go. Um, but these little pods out in Thailand, and like I promise you, I think they're like $20 a night, and it's nothing but just like a sleep pod, and it's all the way up in the tree. So like you have to climb the ladder all the way up the tree to get into like this little sleep pod, and it only has enough room for you and maybe your backpack and you. That's it. But I feel like it would be a really cool experience. So I am super excited that this job is allowing for you to get out and go explore and see things. And yeah, I'm excited. And you better record some content for your channel and take us there. And that's the one thing that I'll tell anybody that's great about committing or getting that like perfect position with a company, because I loved it when I was able to travel. Um, Traveling with my company is what grew me up. It grew me from 20 years old into a responsible adult. It is what allowed for me to be able to see places that I would have never seen and go places and experience things that I've never would have been able to experience. Um, is because of my job and corporate travel. So that is super exciting. I'm excited about that, Dan. I can't wait to go to Taiwan. Jay, did you go home and give your husband like a super big hug and smooches the other day? I'm still thinking that in about 10 days you're going to be telling us you're pregnant, because you told Tina she was going to get you pregnant, and then she proved that she was going to get you pregnant. And we all keep telling you that you have kids. Every time that somebody introduces you, they say that you're this great mom, and she's a great mom to her nieces and her nephews. But did you get pregnant this weekend? Am I allowed to say that? Well, we know that Elevated got drunk this weekend, so hopefully you got pregnant this weekend. And then I wouldn't say 2 weeks, because you have to wait for the whole first trimester to get over. So we're gonna give you 3 months, 3 months, and we're gonna be having a little J baby. That'll be exciting. Dan, I think that you and your wife should have another kid too. You see, I'm telling everybody to do it because my husband wants um another kid. Yeah, I'm with you, Dan. I did it before kids. But now your kids are older, so you get to do it again. So that's really, really fun. I'm excited. I can't wait. I want to. Do your kids have passports, Dan? I haven't gotten passports for my kids, but that's probably because I'm too cheap. And I don't want to make it too easy for somebody to steal them. Jay, did you hear me say that you're about to get pregnant or that you're pregnant? I'm calling it into existence. I can't wait to see you waddling around. And then you're going to have to do a little J pregnant emoji. That's going to be cute. Yeah, mine don't just yet, just because of the price of it. But I do want to, I know that I'm going to have to start working on it though, because in eighth grade, they take their final class trip to China or Taiwan, somewhere where they speak the Mandarin language. So I'm going to have to get it for them sooner than later, because they're excited. They're chomping at the bit to go to China. I'm excited for them to go too. I think it'll be fun. Now, we think so, Dan, but my friend Terry, I was one of the last weddings that she did. She had a company that was called A Touch of Bliss, and she ended up selling her bridal company to the, you guys maybe have heard of it, not you guys, but girls have heard of it, The Knot. She sold her company to The Knot, and I think during that time, Benny was like 8 or 9. He was my son's age, and she took him on a trip around the world at 9 years old. She pulled him out of school and she took him on a trip around the world. I think they were gone 9 months. She took a stop in Paris and her fiance met her there. They got married in Paris. It was cool. She streamed like the whole thing on YouTube. It was actually pretty impressive. Um, yeah, and then her and her husband and Ben continued on to the trip. They went to Africa. They went so many places. I think down there on the East Coast, somewhere in the Maryland kind of like area. Ah, Miss Kim, I I miss you, sunshine. How are you? This is my friend Kim. If you guys say hello to her down in the chat, that is my girl. She moved to Arizona and she moved away from me, but I miss her so much and I can't wait for you to come and visit. And thank you so much for catching the live. I'm so excited to see you, my dear. We're gonna have to chat afterwards too. Um, but I think they would appreciate it. So yeah, she took her son on a trip around the world and he just learned so much and came back so cultured and what a cool experience. I think that that's also a great way for us to make our kids want to strive for more. One of the ladies that I work with, Miss J, her daughter went to Taiwan um, for the summer and was a foreign exchange student down in Taiwan. It's super cute because she did meet a guy down there and he was going to be like her 98-day fiance. Um, but not my story to tell. Um, but yeah, I think that that is cool. So the earlier that you can immerse your kids into different cultures, I think the better. We don't have to wait for them to become 18 years old. I think that our kids are actually the perfect age, Dan. I mean, we would splurge and take them to Disneyland and spend thousands of dollars to get the Mickey Mouse ears that they're just going to throw away. But to actually have that like amazing race experience and to be able to go to different countries, that would be pretty cool. And just immerse yourself in different foods and different cultures. I think it makes more well-rounded people, especially for our kids to go and be in an environment to where they see where people don't necessarily all have the luxuries that they take for granted. Um, yeah, I think that it will just allow for them culturally to grow more. So if I could give my kids that experience, I most definitely would. Yeah, the sooner the better. So I know I'll have to just stop being cheap and hurry up and get them some passports. See, Dan? Yes, yes, let's do it. Yep. Well, what time is it, you guys? I think it's about time for me to get up. I still need to hit the market because I had to go to the lacrosse field this morning, so I didn't get to go to the market as of yet. But I still want you guys to